Hi everyone, today we are going to study legal feasibility. So what is legal feasibility? Legal feasibility studies the issues arising out of the need to develop the system. Now when we find that there is a need to develop a new information system, then whatever issues arise because of that need to develop the system, those issues are studied under legal feasibility. The possible considerations or the possible things that are considered during legal feasibility, during analyzing or studying legal feasibility, include the copyright law, the labor law, the antitrust legislation, foreign trade regulation, etc. Contractual obligations may include the number of users who will be able to use the software. So there is also contractual obligation involved in studying legal feasibility. This contractual obligation basically sets out the tells that this would be the number of users who will be able to use the software. Now there may be multiple users licenses or single user licenses. Under legal feasibility, the authorization of licenses also come, and depending upon the situation or requirement of the organization, multiple user licenses may be issued or a single user license may be issued. Legal feasibility plays a major role in formulating contracts between vendors and users. Vendors are those who would be developing the software project, and users are the one who would finally be using that software project. So the users are paying the vendors, but before the users can actually use the software project which is developed by the vendors, there are some contracts that need to be made between the vendors and the users, and legal feasibility study plays a very important role in formulating those contracts, in deciding what all the terms and conditions of those contracts would be. If the ownership of the code is not given to the user, it will be difficult to install it. Whatever the code is, it has to be a licensed code, and when it is a licensed code, then the ownership of it must be given to the user. So if the user does not have the ownership of using that particular code, by code I mean that particular application software, then it will be difficult for the user to install it without proper permission. That means if either you have the license, or if you do not have the license, then you need to have proper permission to install that license, which basically includes some fee. So another important legal aspect is that whenever an IT company and the user company do not belong to the same country. Now this is another legal aspect. That is, when the vendor and the user both belong to the different countries and are not from the same country, then the tax laws, foreign currency transfer regulations have to be taken care of, because the tax laws would be different in different countries. Then foreign currency transfer also has to be taken care of, since the user would be transferring the money in a different currency and the vendor's currency would be different. So all these regulations have to be taken care of, and these are all studied in the legal feasibility.